A reading from the Holy Bible, the New American Bible, Exodus chapter 28. The priestly vestments. From among the Israelites have your brother Aaron, together with his sons Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, brought to you, that they may be my priests. For the glorious adornment of your brother Aaron, you shall have sacred vestments made. Therefore, to the various expert workmen whom I have endowed with skill, you shall give instructions to make such vestments for Aaron, as well as will set him apart for his sacred service as my priest. These are the vestments that they shall make: a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a brocaded tunic, a mitre, and a sash. In making these sacred vestments, which your brother Aaron and his sons are to wear in serving as my priests, they shall use gold, violet purple, and scarlet yarn, and fine linen. The ephod and breastpiece. The ephod they shall make of gold thread and of violet, purple, and scarlet yarn, embroidered on cloth of fine linen twined. It shall have a pair of shoulder straps joined to its two upper ends. The embroidered belt on the ephod shall extend out from it, and like it be made of gold thread, of violet, purple, and scarlet yarn, and of fine linen twined. Get 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 on the other stone, in the order of their birth. As a gem cutter engraves a seal, so shall you have the 2 stones engraved with the names of the sons of Israel, and then mounted in gold, filigree work. Set these 2 stones on the shoulder straps of the ephod as memorial stones of the sons of Israel. Thus Aaron shall bear their names on his shoulders as a reminder before the Lord. Make filigree rosettes of gold, as well as 2 chains of pure gold, twisted like cords, and fasten the cord-like chains to the filigree rosettes. The breastpiece of decision you shall also have made, embroidered like the ephod with gold thread and violet, purple, and scarlet yarn on cloth of fine linen twined. It is to be square, when folded double, a span high and a span wide. On it you shall mount 4 rows of precious stones. In the first row a carnelian, a topaz, and an emerald. In the second row a garnet, a sapphire, and a beryl. In the third row, a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. And in the fourth row, a chrysolite, an onyx, and a jasper. These stones are to be mounted in gold filigree work, 12 of them to match the names of the sons of Israel, each stone engraved like a seal with the name of one of the 12 tribes. When the chains of pure gold twisted like cord have been made for the breastpiece, you shall then make 2 rings of gold for it and fasten them to the 2 upper ends of the breastpiece. The gold cords are then to be fastened to the 2 rings at the upper ends of the breastpiece, the other 2 ends of the cords being fastened in front to the 2 filigree rosettes which are attached to the shoulder straps of the ephod. Make 2 other rings of gold and put them on the 2 lower ends of the breastpiece, on its edge that faces the ephod. Then make 2 more rings of gold and fasten them to the bottom of the shoulder straps next to where they join the ephod in front, just above its embroidered belt. Violet ribbons shall bind the rings of the breastpiece to the rings of the ephod, so that the breastpiece will stay right above the embroidered belt of the ephod and not swing loose from it. Whenever Aaron enters the sanctuary, he will thus bear the names of the sons of Israel on the breastpiece of decision over his heart as a constant reminder before the Lord. In this breastpiece of decision you shall put the Urim and Thummim, that they may be over Aaron's heart whenever he enters the presence of the Lord. Thus he shall always bear the decisions for the Israelites over his heart in the Lord's presence. Other vestments. The robe of the ephod you shall make entirely of violet material. It shall have an opening for the head in the center, and around this opening there shall be a selvage woven as at the opening of a shirt to keep it from being torn. All around the hem at the bottom you shall make pomegranates, woven of violet, purple, and scarlet yarn, and fine linen twined with gold bells between them. First a gold bell, then a pomegranate, and thus alternating all around the hem of the robe. Aaron shall wear it when ministering, that its tinkling may be heard as he enters and leaves the Lord's presence in the sanctuary, else he will die. You shall also make a plate of pure gold and engrave on it, as on a seal engraving, sacred to the Lord. This plate is to be tied over the mitre with a violet ribbon in such a way that it rests on the front of the mitre over Aaron's forehead, since Aaron bears whatever guilt the Israelites may incur in consecrating any of their sacred gifts. This plate must always be over his forehead, so that they may find favor with the Lord. The tunic of fine linen shall be brocaded. The mitre shall be made of fine linen. The sash shall be of variegated work. Likewise, for the glorious adornment of Aaron's sons, you shall have tunics and sashes and turbans made. With these you shall clothe your brother Aaron and his sons, anoint and ordain them, consecrating them as my priests. You must also make linen drawers for them to cover their naked flesh from their loins to their thighs. Aaron and his sons shall wear them whenever they go into the meeting tent or approach the altar to minister to the sanctuary, lest they incur guilt and die. They shall be a perpetual ordinance for him and for his descendants.